The following video contains content captured from NCAA Football 14. The rosters, standings, and stats may not be accurate to the present day. All trademarks belong to their respective parties.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, a.k.a. The Swamp. I am Stan Smith, joined by John Dowdy and Nick Jones. Brian Principe could not be with us this evening. His hermit crab died. We wish him the best. He's very brokenhearted about that, but the Gamecocks will kick it away. And once again, it's going to be a touchback for the Gators. There hasn't been a return all year for our games.
Yes, there have, Stan. You forgetting about the Furman game.
That doesn't count. Those were not our furry friends. All right, 1st and 10. The Gators line up at the 25-yard line. Shotgun. You got two receivers on both sides. Treon Harris, play action fake, throws it to the flat at the 30. Oh, they're going with the hurry up. So, John, what do you think of these Gators? Like, does that really look like a Gator to you?
Well, the fact that he has 2 feet, no. He's wearing a baseball hat, no. But, yeah, I'll buy it. He's got the tail.
He's intimidating, I guess. I've seen him in real life. He's about 8 feet tall. And I'd say he looks more like a dragon, maybe a lizard. I guess you can say he can pass as a Gator just because of the stuff on his back. But Florida just got a first down, and they go with the screen again, and it's stopped right at actually behind the line by Gamecock defender. Going to bring up 2nd and 11. Nick, do you think the Gators are big fans of Elton John and the Crocodile Rock?
I guess I would say so, but, I'm sure they got a lot of songs they like that are about Gators. I mean, what's some other ones, John?
I think they, in the locker room before the game, Will Muschamp has them all, get in a circle. They all hold hands, and they, dance around that Gator head in their locker room and dance to Crocodile Rock. Can you sing it for us?
No, I was going to suggest Kumbaya since they're sitting around in a circle, but...
Yeah, but, I mean, they can't... It's a song basically about them. Oh, well, Florida's about to punt it away. That's a good stop by the defense.
Our defense made a stop? That's a first.
Hey, they might be listening. All right. Punts it away. Fair catch is called, but it's going to sail out of the back of the end zone. So that means the Gamecocks will set up shop at about the 20-yard line. Let's see what Cocky Thompson and the gang have going for us. What's up, Nick?
Stan, I heard that Albert, that's the Gator mascot, right? That's his name, Albert?
Yes.
Is a distant cousin of Godzilla.
I wouldn't be surprised. You really think so?
Yeah, I mean, they're, little difference in size.
Hey, Shaq Rowland just got a big gain while we're speaking. Continue.
Geographically speaking, it's not in the same area, at least according to the new movie.
Nick, which Godzilla are you talking about? The new one or some like the classics from, what were they, the 80s and 90s, I think?
I say the classic. I say it's the classic one. This is like
with all the the Japanese voice dub and whatnot?
Yeah.
Not the new one with Walter White in it. Ooh, Mike Davis takes a big hit behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of 5. Jonathan Bullard with a tackle for loss. These Gators are pumped. I think it would be very frightening if a Gator was walking around on 2 legs, because it's a Gator. Like they'll bite your face off. All right, it's going to bring up 2nd and 15. Thompson back to throw, looking to the right, way over the head of his receiver. It's going to bring up 3rd and long. What do you guys think of Will Muschamp? I think he's a jerk. What about you guys? Muschamp? Do you think he will make it through the rest of this year? I know he beat Georgia.
I mean, he'll make it through the rest of the season. Going on to next year, I'm not sure, but I mean, there's obviously going to be a lot of issues. I think just with the player last week, the defensive tackle, or getting sent home on a bus, I think that's going to cause a lot more issues than a lot of people think it will, because that's going to have a lot of team issues, I guess.
Well, sorry, Nick. This is a really interesting call because they're trying to. Okay, he was out of bounds, but regardless, it's a 7-yard gain. It's still going to bring up 4th down. I don't think the Gamecocks will go for it. I think these refs are. I don't know why they wanted to review that. What do you think about that, John?
From looking at the replay, he was clearly out of bounds. So.
He's clearly out, but what difference would it make? Because I think they were going to punt it anyway.
I mean, they say football is a game of inches, so I guess they wanted the extra, 7 yards, so 7 times 12 is what, 42? No?
7 times... You say...
7? No. It's
84.
Yeah.
Yeah, 84, yeah. I'm not a math major, ladies and gentlemen, so thank you.
Well, the reason why I brought up that thing about Will Muschamp, there's a very hilarious picture that I hope John puts on the show later. He's like kicking one leg up in the air, and he looks like he's about to like do like a Broadway number. I really hope you guys see that when later. Kelvin Taylor dropped behind the line by the Gamecocks. Going to bring up 2nd and 11. Spurrier returns to the Swamp for the, what is it, would be the 4th or 5th time?
I think it's the 5th time he's on the opposing sideline. He was talking about it today in the press conference. He says he's kind of tired of talking about it now. He says it's been a while. He's a Gamecock, and he's a Gator too, but now he's with the Gamecocks, and he's got his loyalty to them.
Yeah, I bet, like, now that he goes there, the fans are just like, it's Spurrier again. I mean, we've won 2 national championships since he's left.
I mean, yeah, Spurrier's definitely probably a love figure in that
Of course.
sphere. I mean, he won the Heisman in 1966, and they won the national championship in 96, but now it's a new time and a new era. Obviously, Florida's seen better days.
Hey, John, where are you going? Oh,
That's Chomp.
thank you.
Chomp. So,
I thought he was about to abandon us. All right, Gamecocks return the punt. Not very far for Pharaoh Cooper to run. He only gets about 8 yards. The Gators, both defenses are actually playing very well right now. Still 0-0 midway through the first quarter. How do you think that hat stays on their heads? Do you think it's sewn on to the top of their heads?
I mean, that would kind of hurt, wouldn't you think, if you had a hat sewn on your head?
Pelvic thrust.
I think Brian has a hat sewn on his head because he's always wearing a hat. Am I right?
You're right. I don't know how he changes it from the South Carolina hat to the Rangers hat to the Mets hat.
It's magic, dude. He went to Hogwarts.
I don't think he's a Harry Potter fan, but we appreciate that joke, don't we?
Yes.
Rory Anderson gets 2 yards. When we're at 3rd down, the Gator fans are doing their long chomping thing. With the arms. I guess that's intimidating. If you want to pretend to be an alligator. Thompson looks way down the field, and it is caught. 52-yard gain by Shaq Rowland.
I don't know, Stan. I think he was out of bounds.
Hey,
again.
nope. He was in bounds.
Don't say
Have
that.
you spoken?
I have spoken. Yes, I do. I mean, you only need 1 foot, and they're not reviewing it. He got it. It's going to bring up 1st down from about the 23-yard line. Thompson, the shotgun keeper, he goes up the middle, gets a 1st down, a little bit more, down to about the 11.
You know what I've noticed with the Cocky running the offense? They do pretty well doing the read option, I have to say. I feel like most of the times we see them get 8, 10-yard gains has been with the read option. But most times it's when the quarterback keeps the ball.
You're right. And no disrespect to anybody on this team, but I feel like they're all the same speed, and it's all very fast. Like, in real life, like that wouldn't be very accurate. But, like, on here, it's like, I don't know, what's something fast? A cheetah?
I mean,
Cheetah offense.
I think it's fair to
Wow.
say Cocky's the best player on this team. Would you say that?
I think Cocky might be better. You think so?
Not Cocky.
But you can't disregard Cocky.
Not at all. Anyway, we're at 3rd and 5.
talking about the Cocky
Inside the
without
10-yard line. This Gator Nation crowd is in full throat. They're playing the Jaws theme. Takes a snap in the end zone, and it's picked off in the corner of the end zone by Florida. And they will get the ball back at the 25-yard line. A golden opportunity missed by the Gamecocks. Let's see if the defense can continue its impressive work by stopping Florida's somewhat stagnant offense. They exploded against Georgia a couple weeks ago. They only had like 30 yards passing, but maybe 400 yards rushing.
I mean, Stan, aren't we taught in journalism classes that we're supposed to keep our opinion out of other
But-
teams?
We are predicting this game, and we go to the University of South Carolina currently. And, I mean, don't you want South Carolina to win?
Of course I
in a
do.
video
So
game?
I guess in the video game. What about in real life?
In real life, that's when I'll become objective, but I'm in college, man. Anyway, all right, no huddle, 2nd and 1. Treon Harris takes a snap, play action fake, throws it to the left side, caught. Ooh, he is blasted. Valdez Showers.
Showers needs to go back to the showers after that hit. He's tired.
Ooh.
He's done after that one.
Ooh. All right, no huddle once again. 4 receivers, 2 on both sides. And thank you, John. Another hit on Valdez Showers. What do you think Valdez Showers did to deserve these hits? I mean, I know he goes to Florida, but like these Gamecocks have like a are going headhunting for him, like a bounty on him.
I don't know. Maybe they're like the swamp people. You know,
The swamp
like
people.
Gators, dude. Yeah, have you seen that?
Oh, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by the Gamecocks at the 20, down to the 25. That stops them for the time being. Gamecocks will take over. What were you saying? Sorry.
I was just talking about maybe it's like the swamp people. You know, they have their own little show on A&E or something like that. They go hunting for gators.
I don't watch TV, Nick, so.
They go hunt for gators.
They go
The
hunt for
bayou.
gators.
I've watched that show a couple times. There's a guy named Jacob. He does a real good job hunting them gators. That's the
And
best
that guy
bayou
goes,
accent I can
"Shoot 'em."
do. Yeah,
Go
you're
shoot
right.
'em.
You shoot him, Jacob. Shoot him. All right, that brings us to the end of the first quarter. We have no score. There's 2 interceptions thrown or won by both teams.
I hope this is not a repeat of Auburn, because every time we got in the red zone, sometimes it seems like we would throw an interception to, instead of scoring. I know in Auburn we turned it over 3 times in the red zone. One of them was just because of a incomplete pass. But
What was that?
I don't know.
Oh, that was weird.
Maybe saw Cocky in the stands. Maybe it's like
Maybe.
Truman.
But so Nick, 3rd and 17. Let's see if the Gamecocks can get this before I ask you this next question. Man in motion. Thompson back to throw. Throws it deep down the middle of the field. Caught. First down. Huge gain down to the 46-yard line. Pharaoh Cooper, who's an emerging star, not only on this Gamecock team, but in the entire SEC. He's been praised as the 2nd best receiver in the SEC behind Amari Cooper. Now, Nick, what would you say your favorite, or one of your favorite Adam Sandler movies is?
I'd probably say The Waterboy.
The Waterboy. And I've heard you do a very impressive Bobby Boucher impression. Do you mind if you could just lay it on us?
Yeah. The reason alligators are ornery is because they got all them teeth but no toothbrush.
I would be upset, too, if I had all those teeth and no toothbrush. You know?
I mean, I guess, man. I mean, you got to keep your hygiene, but you know how Florida Gators are, dude. They're not really big into that. I'm just saying.
Nah.
Not that I'm trying to ride, but that's what I'm saying.
Nah, you can ride on the Gators. They're mean. First down across the 45 to the 43-yard line. Pharaoh Cooper once again.
Do you think Pharaoh Cooper will make the All-SEC team this year? Last year he made the SEC freshman squad.
Of course.
But as a returner, I don't think he made it as a receiver.
He'll make it as a receiver, I do believe. Thompson back to throw. Ooh, quick strike, but that is incomplete. What's up, John?
Can Pharaoh Cooper make it as a quarterback, too?
Ooh, maybe a running back.
Now, interesting point there. I did post a question to Saturday Down South to ask Garcia about if, like, next year we should start with a freshman quarterback and build around him instead of going with, like, Orth or Mitch, who only have, like, 2 or 3 years left. But Garcia said some people's commented to him about putting Cooper at quarterback, but, Spurrier's going to want the guy that's going to be able to throw the deep ball, and I don't think Cooper's there yet. Now, he has proven he can throw the ball as a receiver, but I think it's only in those situations that we can use him for that position. But that's my opinion.
First down. That would be a complete overhaul of the offense if South Carolina were to go with that for next season. They probably wouldn't throw the ball, I imagine, that much. I mean, they just run basically a wildcat formation the majority of the time. All right, first down at the 30. Thompson back to throw, throws it way over the guy's head once again. The Gators are shaking each other's hands like they just played a round of golf. This is not golf. This is football, hardened in football.
They have hands?
Yeah, and opposable thumbs, or maybe they just have 4 fingers, like a cartoon. All right, Thompson back to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted right at the 30. Once again, the Gamecocks turn it over when they're in great field position. Hopefully, the defense can get the ball right back.
Another thing with Gators and Adam Sandler movies, think about Happy Gilmore. There's a gator that bites off Chubb's hand. Remember that part of the movie?
I actually did not see that movie. I'm going to have to see that.
Well, I don't want to spoil it, so I won't.
Well, you just did. Thanks, Nick.
I'm not saying it's an essential part of this. Well, it kind of is, but kind of isn't at the same time. You just got to watch Happy Gilmore. So.
We'd like to take this time to send our condolences once again to Brian's hermit crab that died. His name was Eli, named after Eli Manning, because he's an avid Giants fan.
That's unfortunate.
And they won 2 Super Bowls very recently, so
is there like any
more than the Panthers have.
Is there like greetings or with friends and family? Is like there like a time set up for like the service for the hermit crab?
You know what? I think he's going to have to like send out invitations to its other family members. Probably some Gators because actually probably not. That wouldn't make any sense because they're hermit crabs are from the sea. Gators don't live in the sea. LaTroy Pittman gets a first down.
That's a real crab, though, I guess.
Sebastian the crab, one of the most beloved crabs of all time. There's probably only about 2. And then there's crabs that you don't want. We're going to bring up 2nd and 6. Ball at the 46-yard line.
That's getting edited out.
Yeah, probably. All right, Treon Harris back to throw over the middle. Ooh, he's hit and flipped around. Kelvin Taylor going to be stopped just short of the first down line. He's going to bring up 3rd down and see if the Gamecocks can hold him right here. Sends it. I thought he was going to send a man motion. And he is. He's just going to barely get the first down. Treon Harris. Oh, man. Didn't he get in trouble earlier in the season?
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly. It was something with the law, but I feel like it kind of got swept under the rug. You know what I'm talking about? I think it was like right after the Tennessee game because everybody was making a big deal about it, and then they just put him in. I guess
he basically got the same trouble as what Winston got in trouble for in the most serious note, not like whatever he's been doing, stealing crab legs and all that, but like the actual law. But I guess if you go to Florida, you could like murder someone and still play for him. All right, screen pass. To the left side. Ooh, Kelvin Taylor's blasted. So bring up 3rd and 8. No huddle. Hurry up offense once again. Treon Harris, 12 for 16. That's not bad. He has thrown a pick, but no score yet. Both teams have eggshells in their score column. Ooh, throw it to the left side. Shakes a tackle, but Clay Burton's only going to get 1 yard. Ooh, they're going to line up for a long field goal. Let's see if they fake it like they did against Georgia.
This is a 60-yarder, am I right? Or that's 50.
He's probably going to make it because these kickers on this game are amazing. Yes, he did. That is 3-0 Florida Gators.
I think that kicker's up for the Lou Groza Award, along with every other kicker that we've played because they all kick it in the end zone every time.
Award?
The Lou Groza Award.
That's the big boy award. It's
The best kicker
in the country,
in
college
ever.
football.
All right.
Guy's the punter award, but we haven't really had a good chance of looking at punters too much per se.
Special teams expert Nick Jones, everybody, coming in for us. Okay. Just inside 2 minutes here at the Swamp. Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. That's sort of a mouthful. What do you all think of Ben Hill Griffin? Like, what kind of guy do you think he was?
Ben Hill Griffin? I mean, I don't really know. I don't want to say anything if I don't know who he is. I can talk about the stadium, however, because I have been there.
Tell us about that.
Ben Hill Griffin Stadium is humongous. I have to say, like, I can imagine during the time period when they were really good, when they had Tim Tebow and Urban Myers and all of them, I think that it was definitely one of the loudest places in the country, no doubt. I've been in the locker room, and I've been in the film room and the weight room. All of it's really nice. I mean, of course, they got plenty of Gatorade there because they did invent the Gatorade. So they make sure their players are hydrated, but they don't drink the right kind of water. They got to drink some H2O. That's all I'm saying.
As Nick was going on about all that, thanks for your insight, by the way. Mike Davis catches the ball out of the backfield and gets a first down out to midfield. Let's see if the Gamecocks can capitalize off of this. First down at the 50. Thompson back to throw. Hit as he throws, and it's a quick strike, but it's incomplete. But yeah, they invented Gatorade.
They did invent Gatorade. I mean, it's pretty sweet when your school can provide you as much Gatorade as you want. I mean, I don't play athletics or sports anymore, so I don't really get to have that luxury of getting Powerade.
Oh, caught down the. No, what? Oh, he caught it and it rolled out of bounds. That's very fortunate. They could take a look at this and see if it was an incomplete pass, but
nah, I think he had 2 feet down, but
he had 2 feet down and he made a move. So yeah, the South Carolina Gamecocks were incredibly lucky right there. Let's see if they can actually get the ball across the goal line and get 6 points.
I mean, hopefully we just get some points on the board. I mean, at halftime we get the ball starting out, correct? So if we just top the game, then we'll be in pretty good hands at the end, or starting out the second half at least.
Yeah. All right, we're going to bring up second down. The ball went way out of the end zone. 5 receivers, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Thompson looking, throws it to the right. Hits Demir Bird for 9 yards. We're going to bring up 3rd and 1, just inside the 20.
Well, John, let me ask you this. If you had a lineage of who has been the best receivers for the Gamecocks this year, who would you say? Let's say your top three. Who's been your top three receivers this year?
Oh, wow. I mean, you got to throw Farrah Cooper up there, definitely. Shaq Rowland's kind of dropped off the map since, what was it, Alabama that he did?
He's having a good
Kentucky,
game
not
today.
Alabama, Auburn, excuse me.
I think it was Kentucky. That was
Kentucky,
his first
yeah.
game.
Touchdown, South Carolina.
Speaking of
Called it.
Hey, yeah, did he drop off the map, huh? Yeah, 13-yard touchdown to Shaq Rowland. The Gamecocks take the lead. 51 seconds remaining in the half.
Now, who's your number three? If you had to pick a number three, you got one more. You got Bird. You got myself.
Hey, I know what he wants you to say.
Remember, I'm in the
Yep.
booth. But
he's not.
I actually was going to say Nick Jones.
Yeah, Nick Jones has had a pretty decent season. All right, the Gamecock defense comes back out on the field. Let's hopefully they can end the half on a high note. Maybe maintain this lead here in the swamp. So, did you meet Tim Tebow when you were at Florida?
Actually, he was on the field while I was there. But interesting story. I do know. Well, I'm not going to say I know him, but I know Brandon Spikes. He used to play in North Carolina high school, and then my parents kind of adopted him during a Shrine Ball week, and we took care of him like.
And what did Brandon Spikes say to your dad?
To my dad?
Yeah, like what did he call him?
Well, for those of you who don't know, my dad's name is Michael, and of course our last name is Jones. So most people refer to him as Mike Jones.
Oh, that was it. Oh, I thought there was more to it. Anyway,
Who? Mike Jones.
we're going to bring up 2nd and 6. Treon Harris back to throw. He's going to keep it. Cross the first down marker just short of midfield is Treon Harris. How do you think his parents came up with that name, Treon? They looking like outside the hospital window, they saw a tree.
I think they
Tree
probably
on a hill.
imagined their
Oh, and
kid.
he's sacked. Treon Harris is sacked. Will they call a timeout? Oh, Lorenz Bryant made the sack.
I would say, at least with his parents, they probably thought, he's going to be a kid, so he's going to play in the trees. And if he's in the trees, he's probably on the trees. So that's where they come up with tree on.
Well, right now he's leading the Gators down the field. He is not in a tree house or in a tree.
Is it tree on or tray on? You sure it's tree on?
Treon.
Treon?
Let's call him Treon. Let's call. Sounds like
I
crayon.
mean, technically it's Albert, but,
It is Albert. You're right.
I guess to make the cut at Florida, your first name's got to be Albert.
That's
Right.
true. Tim Tebow's real name was
Oh.
Albert Tebow. Treon Harris is sacked once
Albert
again.
Tebow.
Chris Lamons. I was kidding about that. 2nd and 18. Gators might need to call a timeout. Oh, no, they're going to take the snap. He's looking to the left side. Oh,
Not enough
caught
time.
out of bounds, LaTroy Pittman. They didn't really do anything, but that brings us to the half. South Carolina leads Florida. Oops, sorry, I think I have the hiccup. 7-3. What do you think the Gamecocks look to improve on in the second half?
Converting on offense, they've been in Gator territory.
Sorry, John, but we have to give a shout out to our sponsor, to Nissan, innovation that excites. Sorry, continue.
Like I was saying, they've been in Gator territory twice. They need to get in the end zone more often. They've had at least 2 opportunities. This could easily be a 21-3 game.
Exactly right. But, Nick says it. It's an old football adage. Football's a game of inches, and you're always this close to be able to make a play. What's up, Nick?
Now, look, Florida's playing pretty well on defense now. I mean, they're stopping them with the interceptions. However, South Carolina's at least getting themselves plenty of opportunities to score. It's just they got to do their job and score. You know what I mean? It's like, in reality, when it's the fourth quarter, we're up by 14 points and we can't hold on to the win because we're making simple mistakes. I mean, that's where your problem is. You know what I'm saying? But we're about to get ready to start the second half. South Carolina has 206 yards on offense, and Florida has 109, so almost a 100-yard difference. But Florida is getting it done in the running game with 45 yards. Kind of surprising to me, don't you think, Stan?
The way these games are always played, it's not that surprising. The passing yardage numbers are usually pretty jacked, if I do say so myself.
This is true. I feel like our most of the rushing yards are not even from Mike Davis on this game. It's usually Dylan Thompson with read options.
He had that long run. I don't think they've actually sacked the quarterback yet.
Now we're getting ready to start the second half. It's kickoff, and it's down in the end zone.
What's Albert doing on the sideline?
I guess that's their bench squad. They're just waiting to go in. I guess usually, they usually rotate running backs like, Mike Davis and Brandon Wilds. But here's the Gamecocks. They're setting up on the 25-yard line. And we have in a I formation or tight ends going in motion to the left side of the field. Thompson steps back, and he's throwing it across the middle, and it is complete. And he's going to get over the 50-yard marker. Myself, thank you. I caught the ball. 30-yard reception.
Nick Jones, the speed demon.
I mean,
He's on the field and commentating, and
You got from Gainesville and back in that quick a time.
I know, right? I mean, I just got that lightning speed. I'm definitely going to the NFL with that kind of, that speed. The 40-yard dash, I don't think they even can, record it because it's just too fast. You got to do what you got to do, though, right? But here we go, shotgun formation. Thompson's going to keep the ball for himself for a read option, but he will be tackled at the line of scrimmage. And now it is 2nd and 10 for the for the Gamecocks. Now, John, what do you think the Gamecocks need to do right here as they're now in Gator territory?
Complete the ball, complete passes, complete the ball. That's not even a statement. I'm sorry.
But more importantly, complete passes to their own team members.
Yes.
I mean, we
That
can't.
goes without saying.
Right? You would think, but sometimes you just got to tell somebody. But see, there you go. Once again, myself catches the ball. I try not to be cocky about,
you are cocky.
I am cocky, so
literally and metaphorically.
metaphorically and literally, I am cocky, and I caught that pass. So it's 3rd and 7. So what do you got here, John?
Hey, Stan, do you suppose there's any ice cream left?
I ate all mine, Nick. What about you?
And there ain't no ice cream left, but there better be some popcorn next body meeting for SGTV. I tell you that.
Nick, you posed a question in the body meeting that what part of the food pyramid popcorn is in. Did you get an answer?
I mean, I guess we conferred it as well. Let's see this field goal and see how it goes. It's going to be a 52-yarder. Elliott Fry will kick it straight down the middle, and the Gamecocks take the lead 10-3 and make it a touchdown game, an extra point. But yeah, I think we narrowed it down to being popcorn being a fats item, I guess. Either way, dude, sometimes you gotta treat yourself and you gotta get some popcorn, especially Williams-Brice Stadium press box popcorn. That is the best on the planet. I have to say, shout out to whoever does that popcorn.
Well. We have sound yet? Yes,
We do have sound, and we're back. Sorry for the inconvenience, but the Gamecocks do score off an interception. Did we ever find out who picked that one off?
Al Harris Jr.
Al Harris Jr. He got the interception, and now the Gamecocks lead 17-3.
Anyway, going back to the food pyramid thing, you got at the very top you got the fats, you should eat very few of those, but the tippy top inside of that little triangle is popcorn.
At the very top?
Very top. Because it's the most important, and it has its own group because we don't know what food it is.
I guess, right? It's the most important meal of the day. I mean, I have to say, I eat it about 5 times a day. You got once for every meal and 2 snacks. Get a little midnight snack and even just a little snack in between lunch and dinner. You always got to have those. Well, the Gators throw the ball, and it's almost intercepted.
Hey, Nick, do you want to tell the viewers how upset you were that when Matthew and I lied to you about giving the trick-or-treaters your popcorn?
Okay, we're not even going to get into that because it's not my fault.
It's not your fault. We're just trying to play a joke on you.
You were playing a joke, but it was a cruel joke. You don't mess with people's popcorn. It's
You're the only one around here that eats popcorn.
Correction. You just don't mess with Nick's popcorn.
Dude, just don't mess with my popcorn. You mess with Stan's popcorn. You mess with Brian's popcorn. You mess with anybody's popcorn. Just not my popcorn. That's all I'm saying. Well, Florida's going to throw it over to the left side, and they're going to get the first down and more, and we'll get around to the 45-yard line. Clay Burton with the reception, and he has 2 receptions for the day, 20 yards, 10-yard average. Now it's a no huddle. It looks like the Gators are going to line up in pistol formation. And it's a screen pass, but it is picked off again. And the Gamecocks will get around the 30-yard line. That's 3 turnovers for the Gators, and the Gamecocks are now looking like they're going to take control. Now, John, tell me about last week. We had 4 interceptions from Worley in this predicts matchup, but however, we still lost. I mean, how do you think we're still safe, or what? I mean, what do you think?
The way they've been playing lately, I don't think we're safe. No, the offense has got to keep the pressure up. Same with the defense.
What about you, Stan? Do you agree with John?
Indubitably. I mean, Right now, they look like they're in control. Florida's offense has not been good all year, but at the same time, South Carolina's defense has struggled. But you just got to keep the pressure on, like you said.
Now remember, this is only the third quarter, so we got plenty of football left, and who knows, we might have a little hiccup, but let's see. Hopefully the Gamecocks can pull away. I'm hoping, this is our last SEC matchup of the season, so hopefully we can finish out on a good note and win that one. Now we get Mike Davis has the handoff, but he gets tackled 1 yard short of the line of scrimmage. Now it's 4th and 9, so I guess the Gamecocks probably going to get ready to kick a field goal here. And, John, what's your calculations on this field goal? How far is this one?
45, Nick?
You are correct. Look at John knowing his field goal stats. It's pretty impressive, I must say. And
I'm an engineer major, Nick. I can do math.
Hey, I'm about to say, man, I'm not the math major, so don't even talk to me about that. But the Gamecocks will make the field goal, increase their lead to 20-3. Now, I think that makes it a 3-score game. Am I correct, fellas?
Yeah, 17 points.
Hey, I can count. Now, remember
Thank goodness for that.
Remember last year when we did our little prediction for the Carolina Clemson and A&M Missouri in that game? And that we got to the end and we predicted the Carolina Clemson score, and I was like, hey, guys, I think Carolina's going to win this one by 3 scores. And
You
what
said
happened?
3 touchdowns. In fairness, you said 3 touchdowns.
I said 3 touchdowns, I guess. But either way, we won by 3 scores, 17 points. It could have been a touchdown,
okay,
but
yeah, you're right. That is 3 touchdowns. I don't know why I was trying to make it sound different than it was.
but it is what it is.
You're accurate, and yeah.
But, I mean, hopefully, we'll have the same result next time we play the Taterheads of Clemson, South Carolina. But, we're not too fond of teams with orange. We don't like Tennessee, don't like Clemson, don't like Florida. Is there any orange team that we even, care to hear about?
I mean, Brian would start giving me grief about Virginia.
That's true. Both Virginia and Virginia Tech have
Yes.
orange. So, I mean, I guess you can't really hate all of them. But, they're not very good teams, I would have to say, unfortunately. But there you go. Now, the Gators are now on 3rd and 13, shotgun formation. Harris will get hit, almost look like a backwards fall, but it goes forward, and it will be incomplete. 4th and 13, the Gators get ready to punt here. Stan, what do you think the South Carolina offense needs to do as they get ready to start out their next offensive possession?
Score. I mean, they need to do that. That's what my football coach always said. Someone would just say, hey, Coach Jenkins, what's the game plan for today? He was our offensive coordinator, and he would just go, score. That's all there is to it. Name of the game.
I mean, they don't put the offense out there not to put any points on the board. I mean, I guess in some circumstances you just want them to run the clock out. But, that's only at the end when you do the victory formation with the quarterback, right?
Of course.
But sometimes people manage to
Some people
mess
want
that
to
up
show
too.
no mercy. Well, yeah, that too.
Yeah, some people show no mercy, but sometimes people mess up on quarterback. Now, imagine if a team's about to win a game and they pull a Auburn. They, mess up on the snap count, fumble the ball, the other team gets possession, they kick a field goal and win the game.
Yeah, has that ever happened? Have you ever seen that, John?
Not in my lifetime, but I'm sure it's happened.
I mean, in
Or something similar, at least.
middle school, we were playing our rival, our in-district rival, and we were winning the game, but then there was a mishandle, and that was a big old sack right there by Orr. Did I say Sackle?
Never mind. I'll tell you later.
Whatever. Anyways, Orr makes the tackle, even though he doesn't play with the team anymore since he decided to take a bus back to school. But
that was Orr?
That was Orr.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
But it's spelled with O-R-R. But, yeah, one time we played an district rival, and we were kneeling the game out to win, and somehow they knocked the ball out of the quarterback's hands. They got the ball and scored a touchdown next play. So I guess it's how the cookie crumbles.
I want cookies.
Dude, what about some popcorn?
No, no one wants your popcorn, Nick.
No popcorn and cookies?
Cookies, yes. Popcorn, no.
Now, Stan, what do you expect here out of the Gators offense?
Probably just to goof things up like they have been. I mean, Will Muschamp, as great as a defensive caller that he is, he's not that great at offense. That's probably why the the Bull Gators, which is the main donors at the University of Florida, want him fired.
Do you remember who was the offensive coordinator before? Before their now offensive coordinator. I really can't name who that is, but do you have an idea of who this guy might be? He was a offensive coordinator for the NFL.
Charlie Weiss.
Charlie Weiss did coach here at South Carolina, I must say. He was a graduate student.
I was gonna guess R.J. Thornton, but
RJ is trying to comfort Brian right now because of his loss. Once again, we send our condolences.
I'm sorry, Brian.
Well, there's a little bit of RJ right there, folks. Maybe he's going to take a little stop by the studio. But
Wait, did they just go for it?
they did go for it.
Oh, wow, and they failed, too.
They failed, and the Gamecocks are going to have to take possession right here, and they are going to start at their 47-yard line, and they will line up the quarterback under the center, 2 receivers to the left. Throws a screen pass, but it's almost picked off by Neal, but that was a good deflection play, I must say, by the Gator defense.
What have I been saying about the screenplays all season?
They do not work. I mean,
Prime example.
This is our offensive analysis by John Dowdy.
It's kind of a sad concept, isn't it?
But it's a true concept. You can't, the eye in the sky doesn't lie. Which that typically, goes with film, with the teams watching film at practice, but, Yeah. But the Gamecocks do line up a shotgun. Thompson has the ball. It's going to be another pass play. Barely misses a tackle, and it's almost picked off again by, I guess they say Vernon Hargraves. The third.
The Hargraves and the third were kind of like smashed together in one word.
I know, right? It seems kind of weird. Maybe they couldn't fit it all into one word. That's a long name. I mean, it's like having my first name as both names, you know what I mean? Like, my first name's Nicholson, so that's kind of longer, but my last name's Jones, which is kind of short. Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of thirds. You got Todd Gurley the third. You got...
I thought he was the second.
He's the second.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully there's not a third.
Well, then.
I don't know. But who else? There's... RG3. You got RG3. You got my friend Joey Wilson the third.
One of my quarterback in high school, he one of our receivers lovingly called him BD3. I don't know where the 3 came from, but
what was his name? Was it
Brady Doyle? I don't know that he was a third. Brady, if you're listening, I'm sorry. I don't know if you're a third or not. But yeah, they called him BD3. I don't know why.
BD3. That sounds pretty cool though. I like to have a name like that. I mean, you can't really do
NJ3. What?
NJ3. Could you imagine calling me NJ3?
No, I wouldn't call you that.
I wouldn't blame you. I mean, it's a pretty dumb name. I mean, what else are you going to call me? Scooby-Doo? But that's the end of the third quarter. Gamecocks in the lead, 20-3. Gators have been 3 for 8 on third down conversion, so let's see if they can go 4 for 9 on this next play. It's going to be a read option. Quarterback keeps it. Harris will get the first down, a 7-yard gain, and the Gators have a first down.
So I just got an update I was checking Twitter. The Rangers won tonight. They won 5-0 against the Penguins, so maybe that's why Brian ditched us. Maybe he's lying to us about his hermit crab.
I mean,
what a jerk.
He could be. I mean, I don't know, man. He's coming out of sideways, I have to say. I don't understand, I mean, the Rangers not even playoff time yet. I mean, when is playoffs for NHL? It's like May?
Something funky like that, yeah.
I mean, we're Southerners, so we don't know nothing about hockey.
We don't know nothing about hockey.
Do we have a hockey team in the state?
Hockey team.
Not in the state. North Carolina there is. It's the Hurricanes. It's Hurricanes, right?
Yeah, they're the worst team in the Eastern Conference. Probably the whole NHL. I know a little
I
bit
beg to differ about the worst team in the NHL. The Edmonton Oilers, they're pretty bad.
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
I mean, the only other team, I mean, I kept up with minor league at one point. I mean, back in my hometown, we used to have the Greenville Growl, and they were pretty solid.
Now they're the Road Warriors.
Yeah, now they're the Road Warriors. I have not been to a Road Warriors game, however. Have you been, Stan?
I have. I was on the Jumbotron.
Are they really? Is it pretty entertaining?
It was a lot of fun. Like, there's fights, and hey, I won a prize. Like, they were like throwing down like stuffed animal frogs or something from the catwalk up top at the Bilo Center as like a promotional giveaway, and I got $5 off of my next visit to the Carolina Ale House.
Hey.
I actually never went there.
How old were you, Stan?
This was like a year ago.
Oh.
It's actually a pretty good restaurant, I must say, Carolina.
It is a good restaurant, yeah.
But, I heard, well, just to go full circle, since we started off this conversation about the Rangers, the Greenville Road Warriors is basically like the farmers team for them. So, Going full circle.
I know more about minor league baseball than hockey. There's a single A affiliate of the Boston Red Sox in Greenville, I think, the Greenville Drive.
Oh, the Greenville Drive. They are a pretty good team for the most part. I mean, I've never been to a Greenville Drive game. I've been to the Greenville Braves when they used to be they was in Greenville, but, like kind of closer to the Anderson area, sort of.
We are really off topic, and we're completely forgetting this dominant defensive performance by the Gamecocks. It's going to bring up 3rd and 23.
Stan, that's been a theme the last couple of weeks.
I mean, we're not commentating the game. We're just trying to fill up space.
Tell each other the fireside stories.
3rd down, Gators will complete the pass for a 6-yard reception. It's 4th and 17, but, I mean, John, if you're the Gators, you got to go for it right now.
I wouldn't risk it, honestly. They're lining up to punt here. 17-yard punt return. We've seen weirder stuff this season, haven't we?
Yeah, but I mean, with only 3 minutes remaining, do you think they have enough time to score, 2 touchdowns and a field goal at least to go to
Did you see
OT?
how quickly Tennessee went down the field in the game last week?
This is true. I stand corrected. But the Gamecocks will start off possession at the 24-yard line. Well, technically 23-yard line. And I got to think that the Gamecocks are going to run the ball here. I mean, they're trying to hit the clock as much as possible. I wouldn't be surprised if I see Florida start calling a timeout. Maybe not this one, but if they get a 3rd down, I'm pretty sure they'll probably going to call a timeout. So now we get ready. Here we go. It's the 2nd and 6 on the 27-yard line. Once again, Thompson's under the center. Snaps the ball, hands it off to Davis once again. And he's going to get hit right at the 30-yard line for a 3-yard gain. 3rd and 4 for the Gamecocks. Now, how crucial is this play, guys? Do y'all think they have to get the 1st down here?
Yeah, if they want to win.
Makes it easier to burn the clock if they get the 1st down.
This is true. This is simple football 101.
Crucial.
Maybe we should teach a class here called Football 101 here at the university.
That could be our next show.
That could be our next show. We could just teach everybody just little things. But should we do it as in the video game setup, or should we do it as a real life setup?
I say live action.
We do live action. We can go to Strom Fields, do a little filming.
All right.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. We just came up with a new show idea right here on the air. Now, the Gamecocks are going to try to run the ball.
Nick, confirmed by our studio audience, that show sort of exists already in Learning Sports with Daniel, considering Daniel's already graduated.
Oh, dang. Well,
He's long gone.
is there anybody that we could replace with Daniel? I mean, I don't want to replace him, but switch.
R.J. Thornton.
R.J. Thornton.
Casey knows sports.
Casey might know sports. I don't know.
Casey Brandt, do you know sports?
That story is to be continued. But the Gamecocks will punt. It's 4th and 5. And they're really ticking down the clock. It's 1 minute and 17 seconds. I'm really surprised the Gators are not trying to fight back at all. They're not calling a timeout or anything.
Well, Will Muschamp is not the brightest of... Oh, did y'all see Cocky on the field? Mm-hmm. That's illegal. Anyway,
Well,
Will Muschamp's not the brightest of the stars, so...
Well, I guess you can see over here, at least defensively, Gamecocks have been in control, at least with sacks, 5, 3 interceptions, no forced fumbles for either team. But it looks like the Gamecocks defense has played pretty well considering how they've done all season.
Yeah, but going back to my other point, the other Cocky was on the field. That'd be 12 men on the field. What was he doing?
What's the procedure for that? Do they stop the play and then redo it, but they bring the ball back, or is it or input or whatever, put it in after the play? You know what I mean?
I think they redo the play. They lose 5 yards.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you can't do nothing about it now. I wasn't called. So Fullwood gets the reception, and he gets the 1st down. Gators set up at the 40-yard line, and they'll line up in shotgun formation, 2 receivers out on each side. Harris throws it across the middle, but it's deflected by Chaz Elder. He has 3 tackles, and that is his first pass deflection for the game. And it looks like the Gamecocks can pull out of the swamp with a victory. And, if they win, they only need 2 more to go to a bowl game.
Actually, they only need one more.
Well, one more, yeah. They need 1 more, 2 out for the next 3 games, but 1 if they do win this game. And which, probably could happen against South Alabama. I'm going to go on a limb and say they're probably going to win that game. But Clemson, that game's always up in the air.
That's going to be a tough game.
Yeah, I mean, now Watson's coming back this week against Georgia Tech. But here we go. Gators get the 1st down. Clock stops. 41 seconds remaining in the game. Set up at the 35-yard line. Harris calls an audible. Ball snapped. He's looking out. He's going to throw it to the left side, and it's going to be picked off again. And that's the 4th turnover for the Gators. And it looks like the Gamecocks are going to win this game, as all they have to do now is just run the clock out.
Getting out of the swamp. Well, what is that? Are they wearing like turtlenecks or sweaters or what?
He almost ate Will Muschamp's face off. Did you see that?
I told you, these Gators would eat someone's face off. They probably would eat Will Muschamp's face off, considering how this season is gone.
He's coming at him sideways, dude. Really front ways because he's eating his face off, but still.
Did the Gator barrel roll. When the Gator does that little roll, you know something's about to go down. Like whenever you see like Steve Irwin.
Yeah.
Crocky, mate.
Well, the Gamecocks will get the victory. John and Stan, tell me what y'all took from this game.
A good effort on both sides of the ball. The defense stepped up, forced 4 turnovers. Thompson was solid running the offense, and obviously the end result is what it is.
Stan?
Florida has had a terrible season. I don't know how they beat Georgia. I don't know how either of these teams beat Georgia, to be honest with you. But win's a win, and we'll take it.
Maybe.
And I cannot stand Florida. I'm very glad we won this game.
Maybe they should classify this game as the Beat Georgia trophy or something. You know, could you imagine like having a trophy with like UGA on it, but like in the doghouse, just kind of chilling? I don't know. Both teams beat the Bulldogs, which wasn't really anticipated, but it did happen. But the Gamecocks will win this matchup, as they will win 20-3 here in the Swamp. For all of us at HQ Predicts, here's John Daddy, Stan Smith, and Nick Jones, and have a good night, everyone.
Hi, Mom.